You know what I'm saying? And then when they put the words on it, lock them in the trunk, lock them in the trunk.
So
Like, come on, bro.
now that we got you there, what was the 3 6 Mafia song that just wowed you like, yo, these niggas cold.
Man, and for real, it was everything. But, tear the club up as a
Mm-hmm.
young nigga that wanted to
Yeah.
be bad, that wanted to break out and be just, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Between that and slob on my knob.
We
You
still play
feel
that.
me? You know what I'm saying? Come
We still
on,
play that
man.
in the club.
Suck on dick. Does it real good? Come on, man. Like
We
that's
still
that's
play that.
that's that's probably my, just you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was the beats from a lot of the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like man, I can't even, you know what I'm saying? It's too much shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That dun 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 dun
Who
dun
running?
dun dun dun
Yeah. They
dun.
snapped with that
Another
one.
sample.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like them niggas, or stay fly.
Mm-hmm.
Finally seeing them with Ball and G. We been wanting that. We been patiently waiting on that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Young Buck did his thing. It's Paul and Juicy, man. Them the kings of Memphis. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? They try to give it to all these other folk, man. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
no, I give it to Paul and Juicy. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because it take two of them. You can't separate Juicy or try to separate Paul, which they have done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always gonna be 3 6 Mafia. And the
And
sound of Memphis, they the kings.
and I feel like they took I don't want to say they took the Master P approach, but a lot of people wasn't trying to hear Memphis.
It wasn't that they weren't trying to hear Memphis. We just didn't have a
The
distribution
outlet,
outlet.
yeah.
All we had is Selecto Hits, and it was only so big that Selecto Hits was. So we didn't have a LaFace Records. We didn't have an Arista. We didn't have an
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic. We didn't have a Universal or any of these record labels in our backyard, like a LA or Atlanta or
Mm-hmm.
New York
Mm-hmm.
or Miami. And that's just that on there. So Memphis underground. That's why we known as the underground. In any of the music throughout any other city, we the most known underground music.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
When you talking about Pretty Tonys and Endo G's and
Mm-hmm.
Gangster
Remember me
Pats and
balling? That
Spanish
was
Flats,
my
Fly
song, man.
Spanish Fly and Player Fly, it's Gangsta Black. It's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of artists that a lot of people not knowing that I'm saying right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That you should.
I know all of them.
You know what I
Everybody,
mean?
like I said, when you said N.J.G., remember me balling man, that was my song.
Produced by Slice T. And see,
I'm
these people who I was raised on. Slice T raised my brother. Slice T raised the sound of Jazzy Faye. Slice
mm-hmm.
T was teaching Lil Jon how to make beats and giving him sounds. I was watching them share sound kits and exchange snares and 808s.
Mm-hmm.
When Lil Jon had the bus, he parked that motherfucker right on Union off of Madison, downtown Memphis at Slice T Studio. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
there when I'm working on Tila album.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's certain shit I got to see and seeing how niggas move that I feel like, man, that's the rarity. When I got to Atlanta, I was thankful for guys like Nitty Beats. I was thankful for guys like DJ Toomp, Jazzy Faye, guys who open their arms and help uplift me. Plus Gangsta Boo and that motherfucker stampeding through Atlanta. Hey, Drum, here go Andre 3000. Hey, Drum, here go Meet Big Boy. Hey, Drum, hey, man, you need to meet these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? And that was my thanks to having Gangsta Boo down here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to Memphis, y'all got a lot of culture, a lot of culture. Especially with the Lorraine Hotel, Stack Records, and when I went to Memphis, I went with my fellow core DJ brother Hummer Blow, and that was my first time being in Memphis because it was a core DJ draft, and you know what I'm saying, just being around the city and the environment, and just looking around like this is history. So what I want to say to you, so Memphis got a Hall of Fame there in the city. Have they reached out to you?
Oh yeah.
Like, do they do
I
they
just
got do they got some Drumma Boy memorabilia in the Hall of Fame? Because they
The
need it.
Memphis Hall of Fame is still catching up with their legends, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of them, but I'm one of the younger.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people don't understand how young I was in the game from 15, 16, 17,
You were
man.
very young, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then being on the radio at 18, 19, 20, and the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of people just now starting to put the face with the name. A lot of people starting to get familiar. A lot of people just starting to really realize my catalog of work. Just last year, they inducted Jazzy Faye Just the year before that, we inducted. I spoke and introduced Carlos Brody. You know what I mean? So you know, it's I ain't in no rush, man. I don't do this for accolades. I don't do this for thanks and gratitude and this and that. This is something that I know my purpose is here to bless and to uplift as many individual worthy spirits as possible. You know what I mean? So as long as I continue to do God's work, man, like everything else fall in line. The awards and plaques and, you know, inductions and whatnot, man. Everybody know I'm gonna be Hall of Fame. That's just like Mike Evans. We know Mike Evans gonna make the Hall of Fame. Like, you know what I'm saying? 11 season, he just broke Jerry Rice record. You know what I mean? We know he gonna be Hall of Fame. It's a lot of other guys. We know Lamar Jackson gonna be Hall of Fame. We know Mahomes gonna be Hall of Fame. Like, you ain't gotta rush it. You can't put him in that motherfucker right now because I'm still in the middle of my prime, knocking shit down. So how you gonna put me in the Hall of Fame right now?
True. Okay.